Not all video games are laughter, happiness, and bright colors everywhere. This interactive creative medium has a very wide and versatile range of themes. A mature, explicit saga with uncomfortable and distressing content, that's Silent Hill. I recently played the Silent Hill 2 Remake and I was blown away by all the components this psychological survival horror adventure offered. The remake is almost a carbon copy of the original created in 2001 by Konami, but with modern controls and updated graphics. I really enjoy Silent Hill 2 Remake. I had even say I loved it. I enjoyed it so much that after completing the main story I went down the rabbit hole and got tangled up by the lore, conspiracies, anecdotes, and more of this work, originally created by Team Silent. The profound and realistic themes evoking the horrors that human beings can inflict upon one another are integral to this title. These themes, which may not be to everyone's liking, also show the psychology and actions people take for various reasons before considering the consequences of their horrific deeds. Silent Hill 2 made me feel uneasy, disgusted, disturbed, restless, and distressed. For this very reason, it's considered by many to be the best horror game, beyond the sheer terror of walking through the corridors of this hostile world. What truly captivated me was the game's pacing. It's slow, deliberate, and unhurried. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely loved it. In a time where most audiovisual content is fast-paced and frantic, solely to maintain the viewer's attention, Silent Hill 2 slaps this pathetic trend in the face, offering an immersive experience that demands meticulousness, observation, and attention to detail at every turn. In this game, there are not saturated colors, no objects on a screen overwhelming the player, as if one were a goldfish that loses concentration in 6 seconds, or a newborn that can focus its interest on anything without constantly demanding visual stimulation. The music is ominous, without catchy lyrics, very different from today's commercial music, artificially designed solely for a vain and futile purpose. But in Silent Hill, the sounds of James Sunderland's footsteps, the protagonist, dominate the soundscape for most of the game. Everything in this story is ambiguous by design. The game confuses the player about whether what they are observing in the images is James' experiences or he is dreaming it. There are no comedic moments in the story, no fourth wall breaking comments. There's no need for them, and that's good because it maintains seriousness that wants to offer the player. But the game distorts the images shown, which ends up warping our sense of logic, what's real, what's not. Everything is designed with profound undercurrent. Nothing was done lightly, like the fog, for example, which foreshadows a hazy situation. That fog envelops the player in an abrasive way, suffocating them, preventing them from thinking and analyzing the perplexing issues that arise in this cursed town. Throughout the environments, there are subtle details that, if found, reveal facts and curiosities of the story. This feature kept me constantly observing closely, my full attention glued to the screen, alert like a hunting dog, scrutinizing and staring at everything. Silent Hill 2 abandons the tendency to sugarcoat momentous situations, expressing them raw, without embellishment, with the visceral aspects laid bare at first look in the VIP lounge. The tone hits you right in the gut, forcing you to focus your gaze, to wonder what this man named James thinks about life, because his gaze is so empty, devoid of any worry, and that, in this situation, is strange. Rather, he has a reserved, calm demeanor, never questioning why these strange occurrences haunt him. Yet, it's clear that James carries a weight on his shoulders, something that conditions his existence, that he has doubts, uncertainties about what happened in his past. James is on an introspective odyssey, and subconsciously he's unsure if it will reach its destination. The waves break even the strongest galleons, and the tide in James' odyssey is choppy, high, and to top it all off, the fog has settled indefinitely. In Silent Hill 2 Remake, there's no room for frenetic action. That's playing with the future's suffering by ignoring the actions of the present. It will be dangerous. It's an adventure to savor, to experience, to let your palate relish all the unique details offered by the developers. It's not a game to finish quickly, nor is it one to skip reading all the inscriptions that further enrich the well of lore and mysticism so deeply rooted in the spirituality of the location and its inhabitants, not to mention the visitors. Some manage to escape the fog, others don't, whether by choice or not.